Hi, I'm Brooke and this is Ammon Acres. Today is Friday, I just got off work and I am going to go pick some apples and preserve them. I'm going to make some dehydrated apples as well as some applesauce, and I thought I would bring you along. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I will make more like it. All right, let's get started. I have not nearly picked the tree clean, but I think we have plenty of apples to making applesauce and drying. Let's go do that. That's a lot of apples. I better get started. In this small of a kitchen space, it can take a little bit longer than it would if I had a lot more counter space, more of my gadgets available. For this batch of apples, I am just going to peel them, slice them, dry them in our dehydrator. These are our dehydrator racks. The first thing I'm going to do with the apples is wash them. I want to make sure that you have a clean source material before you start doing anything. Run the water into the sink, create like a little apple bath. I'm going to go wash my hands and then we will be ready to start. I have my clean apples here and I'm just going to peel them, then slice them up. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to peel all of my apples into this bowl. I generally peel them over the trash can, but I noticed in the corn video that when I was working over the trash can, you couldn't see anything. So I figured this would be a little bit easier for us to use. I have had apples from other people that have left the skins on for dehydrating their apples, and that was totally fine. I didn't have a problem with it. I noticed that it's a little more chewy and tough. I just prefer to skin mine and have them all be a equal consistency. Don't you just hate it when some pieces are just too small or too big and you have to eat them? Such a tragedy. I have about 4 dozen apples that I need to do, and only 3 apples fit on each rack. I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I might need to make an apple cobbler. I would hate to have to do that. Sometimes an apple will completely surprise you. This one, for instance, had no blemishes on the outside, and yet on the inside, the core is completely destroyed. Never ever judge an apple by its skin. Much like garden work, where you're weeding or pruning or doing something that's relatively mindless but still requires your slight attention and you to be present in that moment, creating dried apples is similar. It isn't intellectually challenging, but you do need to be present. You don't want to slice off your thumb while you're cutting the apples. You don't want to do something silly like put the apples in the oven as opposed to the dehydrator. Unless, of course, you use the oven to dehydrate and then you do. I like it because it gives me the opportunity to let my mind wander, plan out garden things, think about what I want to do for the winter. Currently, I am mulling over what type of hoop house I want to get. I need to get one this year because we have a lot. We have dozens and dozens and dozens of potted plants that I have invested in that I will be putting in the ground next spring, but we have nowhere to put them right now. So they need somewhere to be during the winter so that they don't freeze and die. So right now, where my brain is at is I am thinking about hoop houses. Things you do in a small kitchen. You become the queen of stacking. Now that all my racks are filled, I'm going to go put them in the dehydrator and dehydrate them for several hours until the apples are pretty dry. I like them a little bit more chewy than crispy, but either way, they're delicious. Oh my gosh, yum. As you can see behind me, I still have a lot of apples. That only used about half of what I picked, and I only picked probably about 1/8 of the tree. So I'm going to think about what I want to do with these. I might make applesauce or apple cobbler or apple pie or all three because that would be delicious. But for right now, for this video, I am through. I am done doing the dehydrated apples. I will show you what they look like when they pop out in a few hours, but that will only take a little bit of time in video land. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. These turned out really tasty. Now I just need to pop them off the rack and put them in glass jars for storage. You know what I've realized is really awkward? Making videos in front of your neighbors. They either think you're a giant narcissist or they think you've got like some secret situation going on. It's very strange. So I want to document what we're doing here, but it's still really awkward.